Hey guys, it's another Meet the Collection. This here is one of my male Blue Ghost Borneo short tails. He's not very fired up today, so he's kind of dull. When he's fired up, he gets a really vibrant light blue. He's got a little bit of mark on his head there, and that's from the cage that he's in. He decided to try to wedge his head somewhere he shouldn't have, and so that's healing and coming off as he sheds. Happens sometimes with them. It's really weird because he's probably my single most sedentary animal. I mean, he doesn't move for anything. So why he decided to push, I don't know. He's in ambient heat, so it's not even like, his hot spot got too warm or anything like that. But sometimes we don't know what goes on in their head for any given reason. Check out that cool eye there. I got him from Chris Kopecki, and I don't remember who produced this particular animal. God, I don't know. Not a ton of people produce Blue Ghost, so it's got to be between like Keith McPeak, Matt Minatola, or Mark Kirkpatrick. Those are the three people that I really know were producing a lot of animals around the time that this animal was born. I don't remember what year he is. He's got to be somewhere in the realm of like a 2014 animal, and that's a total guess off the top of my head. I actually initially bought this animal as a female, and I paid Chris for him. We were waiting for shipping. I think it might have been weather related at that time. I don't remember. It was, a couple years ago. But so we were waiting to ship, and he messaged me, and he had found some evidence that he was in fact a he and not a she. So he messaged me and asked me what I wanted to do, and I really needed a female for the project that I had in mind. But I loved this snake so much because he's such a beautiful example of a blue ghost. I mean, look, you can just see, even though he's not fired up right now, how nice that coloration is through there. And I mean, he's real, the real deal, real blue. There's some people out there that'll sell blue ghosts that really aren't blue ghost. This guy is the real deal. So that's something to watch out for if you're in the market for blue ghosts. Your true blue ghost will have a blue head. Even when he's fired down, his head is still blue, but when he's fired up, it's really impressive. Hopefully someday I'll happen to catch him on a day when he's fired up and I can get him out and get a video of you guys for that. But anyhow, Chris contacted me, asked me what I wanted to do, and I was already so set on how much I like this animal that there was no way I was not going to take him. So Chris would have been willing to, give me my money back or whatever. But I said, no, I'm good with it. And then it led to a spending spree to try to get a female that was just absolutely stupid. No one would come off of a female at the time. I found somebody that had one, but it was under deposit to somebody. So I asked for the right to negotiate with that person to try to buy it from them. And I ended up making them a really, really stupid offer to get the female, which I did. And then, of course, as life goes, like a couple of months later, a friend of mine got in a situation where he had to move some animals, including a blue ghost female. And I got an adult blue ghost female for less money than I paid for that one that was an adolescent. So that's life. But now I have 1.2 adult blue ghosts, and then I have a 1.1 smaller blue ghost that I'm raising up. But he is spectacular. He's kind of a weary animal, which I think you can see just the way he's watching and things. He's never tried to bite me or anything, but he's not an animal that I've like chilled on the couch with or anything like that. He's never given me a problem moving him out of his cage. But like I said, he's always in the exact same spot in his cage 100% of the time. I've never seen him anywhere else. I know that he goes to the other side of the cage because he'll go and poop over there and then go back to where he sits. But that's literally the only time he goes back there is to poop. And then he goes back to his spot and he sits in that spot and he's there always. He's the only short tail I have. that I can 100% tell you at all times without even looking in his cage where he is, and be right every single time, unless he happens to be at that moment going to the bathroom. He literally goes back there, he poops, and he goes back. And he's been in the same spot in that cage for years. So I don't know why he likes it. It's also like the least comfortable spot in his cage, in my opinion. He's got a lot more open space and a lot more comfortable spaces to sit elsewhere, but he wedges himself in that front between that water dish, and that's where he wants to be. So if he's happy there, so be it. I'm gonna cut this short pretty quickly because it's not supposed to rain today, but it's starting to rain. But that's living up here. I'm gonna go get a tote to bring him back in. I just carried him out here, but with the rain, he might get a little more unpredictable. And I don't wanna upset him at all, so we'll get him a tote to bring him back inside. And I will do that momentarily. But again, this is a Blue Ghost male, and I'm really not sure who produced him. Like I said, I got him from Chris, and if I recall our conversation correctly at that time, Chris couldn't really remember who had produced him. But just a magnificent animal. I have not bred him yet. He paired up with one female, but she didn't take. He did, you know, lock her and everything. But I think that I may have a female in the works for him. I just haven't decided if I'm going to breed her this year or next year. And then I may try a stab at Blue Ghost to Blue Ghost with him. If my bigger female is ready to go this year, she had last year off, so she probably will be. If she's ready to go, I'll probably definitely run those two together and see how that goes. I didn't have good luck with my first Blue Ghost clutch. A lot of them had digestive issues and just didn't thrive. So I'm hoping it was just an isolated thing. I know Blue Ghosts in general have a little bit weaker digestive tract than a lot of other Borneos, which typically is just offset as long as you keep them at the right temperature and keep them on belly heat. Any other heat doesn't seem to help them digest like belly heat does. So as long as you do that, usually you're good. And the older animals seem fine. You know, you don't see as many issues with them. It's just getting them to that age. And I just had bad luck, and hopefully learn my lesson, and I'll be a little more stubborn this go around, and hopefully I can make it work. I know the two that I did sell are doing fantastic, you know, but it was a 10 baby clutch, and I have one still, and then I sold two, and everything else just didn't thrive, which was really, really shitty. One of them, in fairness, was not an issue with thriving. One of them flopped and smashed its head and killed itself, which I think I've discussed on the channel before. Maybe not. I discussed when it happened, but it was before I had the YouTube channel. But yeah, the bin was over my head. I was pulling the bin out. Borneos like to flop sometimes. It flopped, and it came down and caught its neck on the corner of one of the racks. And it was still alive, but it hit bad, and it was dead by morning. So whatever happened, I think it was just kind of living on shock, basically. So it was unfortunate because that was one of my holdback animals. It was one of my favorite animals from that clutch. And she actually was good-tempered and good-mannered, but for whatever reason, she just was unhappy in that moment and decided to flop, and there was nothing I could do. I didn't even see her flopping. Like I said, it was above my head. I was pulling it down. So that stunk. But it does happen with Borneos. They like to flop, so you kind of have to be prepared and expect it to happen, and be prepared to catch them or have a soft surface. And if she had just hit the regular floor, she would have been fine. It was just catching that corner. It was just super bad luck on her part and my part. So I moved that rack around into a position where they shouldn't be able to hit anything if that ever happened again. But I just didn't expect that, so I wasn't really planned ahead for it. Anyways, hope you enjoy this guy. We'll take one quick last spin around here so he can look disgusted. Like I said, he's a little bit of a weary animal, but we're good. He'll be fine when I bring him in. He just hasn't been outside in a while. We will see you guys soon. I really will set a date for a live video at some point. My life's just been hectic. Also, hopefully you guys caught the monitor video from Saturday. I have another video on another type of water monitor for next week, so look forward to that. A couple of big adults in that one, 3 as a matter of fact. So look forward to that video with Rob and myself again. and then we'll keep introducing you to the collection and keep giving you some information as best we can. Hopefully you guys like everything. Subscribe, comment, always comment. Comments help with the algorithm and helps promote the videos so other people see them. So sharing them, liking them, commenting on them, all that stuff helps. The longer you watch, the better it does for us. Get some, the longer you're on YouTube, the more they promote my videos. So hopefully if you guys like the information, you do that kind of stuff and help us keep building this so we can keep making more videos. We'll see you.